Have you ever been on a plane, maybe looking out the window at the clouds below, and suddenly thought, how is this giant metal tube staying up here? It seems to defy gravity, right? Well, today we're going to unravel this mystery together. It's not magic, it's just amazing physics. So buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into the four fundamental forces that keep airplanes soaring through the sky. First up, let's talk about the force that everyone knows, gravity. This is the force pulling everything, including our airplane, down towards the center of the Earth. An empty Boeing 747, for example, can weigh around 180,000 kilograms, or 400,000 pounds. And that's before you add any passengers, luggage, or fuel. So, to get this massive machine off the ground and keep it there, we need an opposing force that is equally strong, or even stronger. And that brings us to the hero of our story, lift. Lift is the upward force that directly counteracts gravity. But where does it come from? The secret lies in the shape of the airplane's wings. If you look at a wing from the side, you'll notice it has a special shape called an airfoil. It's typically curved on the top and flatter on the bottom. Now, as the airplane moves forward, air splits and flows over and under the wing. Because of the curved upper surface, the air traveling over the top of the wing has a longer path to take to reach the back of the wing, compared to the air flowing underneath. To meet up with the air from the bottom at the same time, the air on top has to travel faster. This is where a famous principle from physics comes into play, known as Bernoulli's principle. Daniel Bernoulli discovered that the faster a fluid, like air, moves, the lower its pressure becomes. So, we have fast-moving, low-pressure air on top of the wing, and slower-moving, higher-pressure air underneath the wing. This pressure difference creates a net upward force. The high pressure below literally pushes the wing up, creating lift. It's like thousands of tiny hands pushing the plane skyward, but for lift to happen, the plane needs to be moving forward. And that's where our third force comes in, thrust. Thrust is the forward force that propels the airplane through the air. On most modern airliners, thrust is generated by jet engines. These engines work by sucking in huge amounts of air at the front, compressing it, mixing it with fuel, and then igniting that mixture. This creates a powerful blast of hot gas that shoots out the back of the engine. Thanks to Newton's third law of motion, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The force of the gas rushing backward pushes the engine, and therefore the entire airplane, forward. So, the engines create thrust, which pushes the plane forward. This forward motion forces air over the wings, which generates lift. And as long as the lift is greater than the force of gravity, the plane will climb. When lift equals gravity, the plane flies at a constant altitude. Simple, right? Well, there's one more piece to the puzzle. Our fourth and final force, drag. Drag is the backward force that acts as air resistance, trying to slow the airplane down. Think about sticking your hand out of a moving car window. The force you feel pushing your hand back. That's drag. Drag is the natural enemy of thrust. It's caused by the friction of air molecules rubbing against the surface of the airplane. Engineers and designers spend countless hours trying to make airplanes as aerodynamic as possible to minimize this drag. That's why airplanes have those smooth, sleek, streamlined shapes. A pointy nose, a tapered body, and smooth surfaces all help to reduce the amount of air resistance, making the plane more efficient. So, to recap, we have these four forces constantly at war with each other. Gravity pulls the plane down, while lift pushes it up. Thrust pushes the plane forward, while drag pulls it back. For an airplane to fly, these four forces must be in a delicate balance. During takeoff, the pilot increases the engine power to generate a massive amount of thrust. As the plane accelerates down the runway, the speed of the air over the wings increases, creating more and more lift. Once the lift is greater than the plane's weight, it takes off. Once the plane reaches its cruising altitude, the pilot reduces the thrust. At this point, thrust and drag become equal, and lift and gravity become equal. The forces are balanced, and the plane flies at a constant speed and a constant altitude. It's a state of equilibrium, just floating along miles above the ground. But what about turning? Or going up and down? This is where the pilot uses the control surfaces on the wings and tail. On the back of the main wings, you have small hinged sections called ailerons. If the pilot wants to bank the plane to the right, they will raise the aileron on the right wing and lower the one on the left wing. This decreases the lift on the right wing and increases it on the left, causing the plane to roll to the right. To pitch the nose of the plane up or down, the pilot uses the elevators, which are on the small horizontal wings at the tail. Moving the elevators up deflects the airflow, pushing the tail down and the nose up. Moving them down does the opposite. And to turn the plane's nose left or right, a motion called yaw, the pilot uses the rudder. This is the big vertical flap on the tail. Pushing the rudder to the left causes the tail to swing to the right, pointing the nose to the left. It works just like the rudder on a boat. By using these controls in combination, a pilot can navigate the plane precisely through the three-dimensional space of the sky. Another interesting thing you might have noticed on wings are the flaps. These are sections on the back edge of the wings that can extend and retract. During takeoff and landing, when the plane is moving at lower speeds, the pilot extends the flaps. This increases the curvature and the surface area of the wing. Why? Because this allows the wing to generate a lot of lift even at low speeds. This is crucial for getting off the ground on a relatively short runway and for landing slowly and safely. Once the plane is at cruising speed, the flaps are retracted to reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency. So, it's not just one thing, but a beautiful symphony of forces and engineering working together. The powerful thrust from the engines, the clever design of the airfoil-shaped wings generating lift, the streamlined body minimizing drag, and the precise movements of the control surfaces. Every single part of the airplane is designed with these four forces in mind. Next time you fly, take a moment to appreciate the incredible science at play. It's a testament to human ingenuity. We figured out how to master the principles of aerodynamics to build machines that allow us to travel the globe, connecting people and cultures in a way that was unimaginable just over a century ago. From the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903 to the jumbo jets of today, the fundamental principles remain the same. And that's how airplanes stay in the air. It's a constant, perfectly balanced dance between gravity, lift, thrust, and drag. I hope this explanation clears up the mystery and gives you a new appreciation for these amazing flying machines. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into how our world works. And let me know in the comments if there's another topic you're curious about. Fly safe, and see you in the next video.